So as you guys know, the due date for the web ad has been pushed out to Tuesday, April 6th, which is tomorrow. But we do have a Snapchat lens that we're going to be creating this week. It's basically a really basic video tutorial that you'll follow along to. You're going to need to find your own product or item to bring into Lens Studio. So just search for whatever you want to put on top of someone's face within Snapchat as a lens. So when they open Snapchat on their cell phone, they can, look at themselves and it'll automatically place some sort of item over their face. I used a cheeseburger in the video, but you can use whatever you want. One of my students used a chicken nugget last time. You can use food, you can use a product, you can use a logo if you want. But just find something with a white background that's going to be easy. And maybe just a singular object such as this. Something singular that will replace a head relatively easily. And then just, save this. And then go to the remove background. Just search remove background. It should be remove.bg. We can go here, and this is the best way for you guys to do this. Go to your downloads folder, you navigate to your chicken nugget or whatever you're going to be using for this project. And also if you watch that video in week 12, you'll better understand what you're doing, obviously, but this is something you're going to need to do to prepare this file. So here it is. It's a PNG file, and this is the file that you can bring into Lens Studio to create your custom lens. And I go over the specifics for that in week 12. So if we go into the content area of the advertising and promotions class, week 12 starts this week, April 5th. So we're not taking a chapter quiz. It's just the book is outdated. I used the same book that Lanny used, and I wasn't sure if I should update it to the 2020 version because it was expensive. And so as a result, there's a few chapters that are just totally outdated. And so we're not going to take the quiz. But we are going to be creating that custom lens using Lens Studio. And lenses are used by a lot of businesses when they have business accounts with Snapchat, just to promote events or just a fun lens for people to use. Like say the Avengers come out with a new movie, they can create custom graphics in Lens Studio where when you're using Snapchat with your phone, it makes you a superhero from the movie. Like different kinds of promotional ideas like that. Doesn't necessarily tie into a direct amount of money that you're making, but it's just creating that word of mouth with people. I think that it is kind of a useful component of marketing these days because it creates, kind of quite a bit of buzz, and people start noticing you a little bit more if you're using Snapchat. And it just overall helps get your brand out there. It can help with that. And it can help promote events, like I said, too. And you can offer special discounts and stuff, inside if you have a business account. But we're just going to create a simple lens using Lens Studio. You're going to have to download that software. If you don't have, you might want to try and use a desktop computer or a laptop. I don't know if you have a Chromebook, it might not work as well. So you're going to have to download it to a better computer potentially than, say, a Chromebook. You can try it on a Chromebook, but we'll see if that works for you. Just let me know if you have problems with the software. Obviously use something different. Like I said, I used a cheeseburger, but you should use something different. And use that remove background website to get the background removed from your product or item that you're going to be placing over the face of a Snapchat user in the Lens Studio. And you'll see what I mean if you actually watch the video in the content area of week 12. And these are going to be due April 11th before 11:30 p.m. So this Sunday. Pretty basic. The video is about 15 minutes long. I think this assignment will probably take you maybe an hour to complete. Maybe, if you hit a few roadblocks, it might take a little bit longer, but not much, I don't think. And then we'll be creating a Instagram story ad using Adobe Spark. So Adobe Spark is free. And it's, put out by Adobe, so it's, it's pretty legit software. They do have a paid account as well, but we're obviously going to use the free account. You can sign up with Facebook or Google, or you can just create your own account there. And then just watch the videos below here, 1 and 2 on, the Instagram story ad design. And then upload your file here. You can click here, or you can go into the activities assignments folders and find, so I want an MP4 for the Adobe Spark ad, the Instagram story ad using Adobe Spark. And then I'm going to want those 2 screenshots for the Snapchat lens creation. And if you watch the video, I do go over which screenshots I'm wanting for a grade. And also this YouTube goes over this YouTube video here in week 12 under Snapchat lens creation using Lens Studio. Under there is this YouTube video that you might have to copy and paste into your browser, but you can watch that too. To upload your screenshots for a grade for the Snapchat lens creation. So we have 2 things going on, that Snapchat lens creation, which is a kind of a simple follow along for the most part, and then the Instagram story ad design using Adobe Spark. And that's going to be an animated ad. Really simple though. So anyway, hopefully this all makes sense. Let me know if you have any issues. And this one isn't due until April 18th, which is next Sunday. So the end of next week, which is week 13. Week 13, we're going to be covering support media. So we'll see if I come up with another project for that. For week 13, we might just end up working on the social media ad, and I might add in like some ed puzzles, but we'll see. I'm not quite there yet. So anyway, also if you're missing late work, if you have late work, missing work, get that in, and I'm going to be getting caught up on some grading this weekend, so just try to get whatever you can in as soon as possible. I think there's going to be obviously eventually a cutoff date. Oops. A cutoff date in here where I'm just not going to take any more late work unless you have a really legitimate excuse. Probably around week 14, I might start cutting you guys off as far as getting late work in, because I'm going to have to get everything graded, and so it just ends up being a big mess for me if I'm trying to get everything graded and you guys are weeks and weeks behind. So definitely get things into me ASAP if you're missing anything.